What's going on, you guys? It's been a while since I've done any kind of core or abdominal training video on this channel, so I thought I'd address something that most people are asking about usually in spring or summer, but I thought better late than never to talk about specifically how do you train your abdominals or build muscle definition in the midsection, or you could say just building a six-pack using a total gym or a Saudi men's trainer. So I'm gonna give you guys my top ways I'd go about doing this. Granted, this is not a big body part that I really stress or focus in on too much. Probably should have recorded this early on also because I was about 5 pounds lighter than I am now. And as we approach the fall and winter months, I'm only gonna be putting on a little bit more weight. So if I was gonna record this video, now is the time to do it. Now, as always, everything featured in this video you guys can find down in the description box, right down to these fitness towels, which I actually do like. And of course, if you guys like this content, please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing this video. Now, even though I personally don't put a whole lot of heavy emphasis on reps and different exercises in this midsection of an area, if it was something that I want to focus in on, which I tend to do a little bit more so maybe earlier in the summer, this is how I go about doing it. I really approach it just like any other body part, in that I really primarily focus on not just, yes, the quality, but also the quantity. Quality in the sense that I'm gonna find those exercises that really work for me personally, which I encourage you guys a lot in this channel to do, whether that's your chest, your back, your arms. Don't just go about randomly choosing certain exercises. Pick certain abdominal exercises, and I'll tell you guys some here that I personally like, as you guys are seeing, that really emphasize the extension of the abdominals, specifically as we're talking about here, and then really that contraction. Or as I've been saying constantly in this channel, really focus in on finding exercises that you actually feel that muscle working. And so that's kind of the quality aspect of it, but also the quantity in the sense that I put a lot of work and volume and stress in those areas. So just like with my arms, chest, back, anything else, I find those exercises that work with me, that kind of stable of exercises that I kind of rotate, and I kind of stick to those, and I'll vary the resistance and tension, incline or decline, and even range of motion to make it feel like I'm stressing that area with a lot of repetitions, volume, and sets. Enough that's necessary that I feel like that particular muscle got worked for the day. Oftentimes for me personally, I just don't worry too much about them. It takes a little too much time, so I don't dedicate as much time as you guys are seeing in this video. But if it was something that I really want to target and really have those muscles pop, then I would be doing what you guys are seeing here. A lot of volume, a lot of good quality exercises that work for me, and then just keep doing that consistently throughout the week, maybe 2-3 times a week. These total gyms and Saudi men's trainers have so much variety of abdominal exercises that really it's up to you to find which ones work together and also kind of pair well with each other. I tend to prefer more range of motion related abdominal exercise. We're actually moving through an eccentric and concentric action. When we think about the abdominals specifically, and yes, maybe we'll get to the obliques a little bit, the abdominals, what they do when they contract, we should see the spine flex and extend a little bit. That range of motion might be depending on your own abilities, but I try to avoid, or I shouldn't say avoid, I don't do it as many static holds, although there's a huge variety you guys can do with a total gym or Saudi men's trainer. But really, I just find they're much more effective doing range of motion exercises. In the same way, I would think most of us would agree that, yeah, if I could do a lot of different static holds for, say, bicep curls or tricep extensions, but that's not nearly as beneficial as doing full range of motion exercises, especially under load. But if you guys have some sort of a back injury, or you have an issue with like a herniated disc and you're trying to avoid a lot of flexion extension stuff, which can aggravate a lot of back pain, then yeah, certainly you can go and choose from one of those static hold exercises, or just lower that range of motion down a little bit and just work within that range of motion that works for you and doesn't aggravate your lower back. Ultimately, what I recommend with training the abdominals really is quality and quantity. Quality in the sense of finding those exercises that really work for you, that are done in such a way that allow you to really feel that stress in that desired area. And then quantity in the sense of just doing adequate repetitions, sets, and overall volume throughout the week that really stress that muscle. So ideally, maybe 2 or 3 times a week would be a good number. Set range can kind of depend on you, but the big reason I don't hit the abdominals as much is I really just don't have time in the workout. There's other body parts I'd rather personally focus on. If you got that extra time, if the abdominals are an emphasis or a priority, then kind of insert those exercises, or as many as necessary, that you feel like are really working and stressing that muscle for that particular workout. So by choosing good quality exercises that work for you in good quantity by reps, sets, and frequency, we should be spot enhancing that midsection. I think most of you guys know and appreciate we can't really spot reduce. We can't sit up our way to have our abdominals just kind of, or I should say our belly flat just go away. And this is where diet comes in. So of course, diet plays a major factor in how much you're eating and also what you're eating. I do find that there are certain foods that if I eat, as far as the different types of foods I eat, it's a little bit easier for me to kind of visibly see my abdominals. At this point in the season though, getting into fall and winter, I'm honestly not even thinking about it. I'm pretty much eating everything and anything. Any muscle definition that I have really is coming into just to the overall abdominal work that I'm doing on the total gym, or just my overall resistance training, which should go without saying. I'm not gonna say it too much. You guys kind of already know this, just doing a lot of upright exercises, just kind of supporting your body through doing pushing and pulling exercises, you are inherently working your core and a lot of other exercises utilizing a total gym. So when it comes down to specific exercises, you guys are seeing a lot of them in this video. Some of these are off the total gym as well, and I think a lot of these things are pretty cheap and affordable things that actually complement them. I've said a lot in recent videos, in recent months, I like this ab mat. I never thought I'd be much of a sit-up person, but I find when I do some things on the total gym and then I go on the ab mat, just either doing regular sit-ups, but then also closing the ab mat up and doing some more focused crunches, I start noticing those exercises kind of chain together and build up really good tension in the midsection. But what's good about these exercises you guys are seeing here is they're very easy to kind of switch, interchange from other upper body exercises, and you're working your chest or your back that day. You can slip maybe 2 or 3 or 4 of these things in a workout and really hit those muscles. But I would say if your goal is to really build and define the abdominal section, I really think it defines just a lot more specific work. So traditionally I might do 1 or 2 exercises, but I would choose at least what you guys are seeing here, maybe 4 to 5 exercises. I'm into the overall workout, getting at least 3 to 4 sets. And above all, if anything else, remember anything in this video, only choose and do those exercises that allow you to really feel those muscles working in that eccentric and concentric action. You guys can see on the glide board, you see me kind of scooting back a little bit. That allows me to get a little more extension when I'm doing things like the abdominal crunch. I think the ab mat also works awesome in getting the abdominal crunch and making it feel a little bit better than it normally would. But that is really it, guys. As long as your diet's somewhat under control, you guys are doing targeted specific exercise in the way I just kind of described it, and you're choosing effective exercise that work for you personally, I guarantee you're gonna start seeing a lot more definition and basically building a six-pack in your abdominals. I didn't cover genetics. Certainly genetics plays a role in how your abdominals kind of shape and look, so that's somewhat out of your control. But never let genetics be an excuse. You always can be better than you were before. So ditch that off to the side, get that mindset out of there. If this is some area that you really want to build up, just treat it like working any other body part and you guys should be good. But that is really it, guys. If you guys have other questions or specific training things you guys want to see covered, definitely put them down in the comment section. It helps me, it helps you guys. Of course, if you guys want one-on-one training, go to SauniMen'sTrainer.com or send me an email at SauniMen'sTrainer@gmail.com, and I'd be happy to answer any individual questions. But that is it. I will see you guys on the next video.